If you order stuff from e commerce websites like Myntra and Agio, you're either a good customer, a bad customer, or an ugly customer. Yep, that is how e commerce companies have been categorizing you and I lately. And no, it is not based on how much money you spend on these sites, it is based on how often you return items. Now, I'm speaking for myself here, but I'm sure this holds true for most people that the whole point of not going to a store to buy clothes and ordering stuff online is the fact that e commerce companies make it easy to return stuff. What if it doesn't fit me? Or what if it is damaged? Just ask for a return and somebody comes to your doorstep and picks it up. And it's all free. So, no problem, right? Actually, there is a problem. E commerce companies hate returns because, as it turns out, return or reverse logistics is a very costly affair for them. And now it's come to a point where the likes of Agio and Myntra are changing their return policies, and some are even blocking some customers' accounts. But the question is, are customers ready to give it up yet? Also, what about the logistics services companies like Delivery and Blue Dart and Shadowfax? Because for them, returns are a huge source of revenue. Welcome to Daybreak, a business podcast from the Ken. I'm your host Nigda Sharma, and I don't chase the news cycle. Instead, thrice a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I will come to you with one business story that is worth understanding and worth your time. You know what a Flipkart executive told my colleague Nuha Bobre? Let me tell you in their exact words. And I'm quoting: at a Flipkart warehouse somewhere right now, a wishmaster or an e-cart delivery executive is sniffing the returned apparel to decide which section to put it into: fresh, refurbished, or scrap. It is gross. And if the customers think they are fooling us by returning used clothes, they are not. End quote. By the way, eCart is Flipkart's own logistics facility. Myntra too has Myntra Logistics, and Agio works with Delivery, Ecom Express, ExpressBees, and Shadowfax. Still, 10 to 20% of customers' orders are outsourced to 3PL or third party logistics companies like Delivery. And this is mainly because only they have services in certain areas. Now, coming back to the good, bad, and the ugly. An Agio warehouse manager explained the categories to us. Apparently, a good customer is someone whose return rate is as low as 20%. Someone with a 20 to 40% return rate falls under the bad customer bracket. And others with even higher return rates are branded as poor or ugly customers. So now that you know whether you're good, bad, or ugly, let us try to understand the why. And to do that, we have to look at the logistics of returns a bit more closely. So, a 3PL service provider like Delivery or Shadowfax charges e commerce companies anything between 40 to 100 rupees to deliver a forward side package, which is from the e commerce company to the customer. But reverse logistics, which is from you back to the e commerce company, costs at least 15 to 20 rupees more per item. For example, a manager involved with Agio's supply chain team told the Ken that the cost of forward logistics for Agio is approximately 38 rupees. For reverse logistics, it pays an additional 22 rupees. Now, you may ask, why is it so expensive? Remember the e-cart wishmaster sniffing returned clothes? Somebody has to check the returned items. 3PL companies charge the brands 5 to 10 rupees for receiving an item, unpacking it, examining it, and adding it to the inventory for the next customer. An executive told us that nearly 30% of the items come back as returns. And of this, 8% goes back to the inventory. The remaining will eventually go back, but it would need some fixing like stain removal, stitching, and button fix, etc. So, the more the delivery distance, the higher the fee e commerce platforms pay these 3PL companies. And it is because of the same reason that e commerce companies have divided areas for deliveries into 5 zones. For a factory outlet located in Delhi, a customer who lives within the city would be in delivery zone A. Outside that area, up to a distance of 150 kilometers would fall under zone B. But this is only if the item is transported directly without stops in the middle. For example, between Delhi to Greater Noida or Bangalore to Mysore. Every other place in the whole country falls under Zone D. And then there are also far off locations like Jammu and Kashmir, the Northeast states, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They all are under Zone E. Naturally, Zone E is also the most expensive. So, understandably, in all of this, while delivery companies are benefiting the most, e commerce companies are losing out. So, what are they doing about it? I will tell you in the next segment. The most extreme measure that we came across was Reliance's Agio. It is quite literally blocking off customers' accounts. On average, Agio, which has nearly 20 million monthly active users, blocks 150 accounts every week. A warehouse manager told my colleague Nuha that it was an organization level call after a meeting with the Chief Experience Officer or CXO. Myntra, meanwhile, altered its return policy in November 2022. And then it imposed a convenience fee of 299 rupees on customers whose return rates were thrice the average. The irony here is that Myntra used to encourage customers to return items as a part of its customer acquisition strategy. In June 2023, Myntra reduced the standard return period from 30 days to a fortnight. Flipkart, which Myntra is a part of, had already done this back in January 2020 when it brought it down to 10 days. But a former Flipkart category manager told us that this did not help because 80 to 90% of their customers returned the items within the first 3 days of purchase. During the same period, Myntra also introduced the concept of a no return coupon. The idea was to give a 15% discount for items on the checkout page in exchange for customers giving up their power to return. Flipkart, meanwhile, began giving away low value items worth between 100 to 150 rupees for free if customers requested a return. Agio too provides a refund of 50 rupees on the complete order if the buyer cancels their return request. Now, all of this does seem to be helping because all these e commerce companies are seeing a gradual drop in their return rates. But ultimately, the question that remains unanswered is this: what will shopping online be without free and easy returns? Because you can't just get your customers used to something so crucial that shapes their entire shopping experience and then suddenly take it away from them.
Hello, we're trying something new today. Welcome to Daybreak Unwind. Okay, this is happening on a Thursday because Tikta and I believe that Thursday is the day that we start our unwinding process for the week.
Planning the unwinding process.
Process for the week. We're figuring out what we're going to do over the weekend, making plans. And that's something Stigda and I believe that we're really good at. Because you should know when we're not working on Daybreak, we spend a lot of time talking about things that we like. So books, movies, TV shows, all sorts of things. Basically, we're always looking for a great recommendation. It could be absolutely anything. Even that trashy reality show you don't want to admit in public that you're watching. We live for it. We love it. It could even be a podcast as long as it's Daybreak. Just kidding. It could also be something else. The point is that we have a lot of these fun conversations that don't ever really make it to the podcast. That don't make it to the episode, but we really want to change that. And then we realized that why is it just the two of us? You know, we have this phenomenal community of listeners, this Daybreak community that I'm sure has recommendations of their own that they'd want to share. So we want you to be part of this conversation that we're having. Okay, so we're going to try something different. It's an experiment. You are going to be a part of this process with us.
Yes.
If you have a really great recommendation that you think that the Daybreak community just has to hear, we want you to send us a text or a voice note. Daybreak is now on WhatsApp.
Yes.
This is not a drill.
Finally.
We are on WhatsApp. So you can message us. This is our number, 897110839.
I'll repeat it at the end of the segment. Like, you know how they have, like
Tambola.
call this number 1800.
But
Anyway,
I promise it's not spam. This is our number. If you don't live in India, you can just add a +91 before feeding in the number. But to get the ball rolling, Snigdha and I have a few of our own recommendations to share this week. Snigdha?
Do you want me to start?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have two recommendations. One is a good recommendation, one is a trashy recommendation. Okay, so I'll begin with a good one.
Okay.
So it's this book. It's called Buddha in the Attic, and it's by this Japanese American writer called Julie Otsuka, and it's a novella, and it's written like it's prose, but it's written like poetry. So it's like prose poetry. It's a novella, and it's set between the time of World War I and World War II. So in the US there was this huge population of Japanese immigrants, right? I think they started coming in during the 1800s.
Right.
So they'd been there forever, and so they would actually get mail order brides. Have you heard of mail order brides?
Yes, I have heard of mail order
Yes.
brides. Is it about mail order brides?
Yes.
Oh.
It's so good.
Okay.
So basically, in San Francisco, all these mail order brides would arrive from Japan, all the way from Japan. And that is essentially the subject of the story, right? And what's so interesting is about the way that she's written this is that, the narrator of the story is us. It's a collective voice, which is so rare.
Kind of like the Daybreak community?
Right. So, like, it's written from the POV of us or we.
Wow.
So
okay.
all these women who got on the boat from, like, big cities, towns, the countryside of Japan, like from all different classes. Somebody's father was a farmer, somebody was like some rich man's daughter. All of them are collectively like put together on this boat, and they sent to the US, right, as mail order brides. And they've all received pictures from their prospective husbands. They're these men who are like suited and booted, so well dressed, hair in place, standing in front of a beautiful house with a car, and all these women, they're on the boat and they're dreaming about their future life and like, how lovely it's going to be. And obviously, reality is quite different. And turns out most of them were misled. And, the whole story is about, how they're dealing with all of that, their marriage, giving birth, raising children, cleaning the house, cooking. And also, of course, the very on-your-face racism that existed in the US at that time, right? And suddenly the World War II happens and Pearl Harbor takes place, right? And Japanese folks from around the United States, they're being sent to concentration camps, intermittent camps, right? And so basically all these people, their whole community is uprooted. And suddenly the story goes from, the collective voice to these very individual stories of these particular women and their children and these families. And it's just like so beautiful, so haunting.
Wow.
And
I'm convinced.
yeah, and it's written like poetry.
I'm going to borrow this
It's
from you.
crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that sounds
it's-
so good.
Yeah, so that is my first recommendation.
Your trashy recommendation.
You go first,
should I go
and then
first?
I'll come
Okay,
to my
okay.
trashy recommendation.
My recommendation now is a little lame because I feel like I'm quite late to the game.
Come on.
Okay. But mine is actually an artist that we've all heard by now. He's all over the internet. He's all over social media, all over the reels. I'm talking about Hanuman Kind.
Oh my god. They were
Yes.
just playing him at the tea shop near our office
Were they?
yesterday. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
It's so funny.
Big dog.
Yes, Big Dog.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I heard his song when everyone started talking about Hanuman Kind. I listened to Big Dogs, and I just didn't get it initially. I was like, hey, this kind of sounds like a Drake song, like just
Right.
another song, you know.
Yeah.
And then I watched the video and I was like, okay, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And then like it just kept playing over and over again. It's like one of those earworm songs
Exactly.
that
That's
just
so true.
gets
Yeah.
stuck. And now I love it. Like I run to it. I really enjoy it. And then I was coming to work the other day,
Yeah.
and I was sitting in the auto, and there was this guy in an SUV. He rolls down his window, and what is he listening to?
Of course.
Of course, loudly, like blaring on his speakers. He was having the best time, and I'm so fascinated by how this guy blew. He's been around for a while. He's been in the scene
Yeah,
for some
exactly.
time. I've like listened to a little bit of like his
His older
other,
stuff?
yeah, and
Mm.
it's great. He's so good. He's so and he's Mallu, which is
Exactly.
fantastic as
I
a
know.
Malayali.
He speaks
I
very
am.
beautiful Malayalam, by the
Yeah.
way, without an accent. Actually, he's
Oh,
grown up in
really?
the US or
Yeah,
something.
he
right?
grew up in
Yeah?
Houston and
Yeah.
then came back to India and used to work at Goldman Sachs, it seems.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he used to rap on the side and he was working at Goldman Sachs. And
my
now,
God.
obviously, he's doing music full time.
That's such a Bangalore story, you know.
I know. But most fun, you know this already, Snigdha. This may be news to
Yeah,
our
for listeners.
listeners.
Tell them,
We've
tell
been
them.
trying to figure out how to kind of plug this in an episode in the
Yeah.
most casual, non-flex way. But we might as well flex. Listeners, the music that you listen to every day in our Daybreak episode, our theme music is by Kalmi.
Yes.
Kalmi of Big Dog fame.
Yes.
Yes, that Kalmi.
He's the producer
Yeah,
of the
the
song,
producer.
right? It's like Big Dog Hanuman Kind
featuring Kalmi. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're pretty cool actually if you want to be part of our community or something.
So, you know, there are a couple of people who've written to us saying that they hate the music in between. So, there you go.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, but the theme music is going nowhere
Yes, it's never gonna change.
ever unless Kalmi comes back and says he'll do like a new theme song with Hanuman kind.
Oh my
That'll be
God.
great.
That'll be the day. But the video is fantastic,
It's
man.
amazing.
Yeah, actually, that's how I noticed. That's
Mhm,
how I got
mhm.
to know the song because I saw the video, I think, on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so cinematically
Amazing.
arresting.
Have you seen that? So, if you watch the video for context, it features this thing called the Well of Death,
Yeah.
which is very common feature at a lot of carnivals. Like I mean, if you've
Yeah.
grown up going to carnivals, fairs,
Circuses. Yeah.
circuses, you
Yeah.
may have seen. Have you seen a Well of Death ever?
I have.
Have you? I have
Yes,
never.
I have. Once in, so I grew up in Darjeeling, right? So this was on the border of Darjeeling and
Mm.
Sikkim. And it's this place called Jorthang.
Mm.
And every January, they would have this Mela circus. And I remember I was very young, and my dad used to take me every year. And I got lost in the Mela once. But that's
Oh
where
my
I
God.
saw the Well of Death.
Oh,
Or
shut.
the Ring of Death, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, not the getting lost part, but the
Yeah.
Well of Death part. Yeah, it's incredibly filmed. It's amazing, and it's in. It was shot in this place in Kerala. That's
Oh.
yeah. That's actually known for its carnival and its fairs
Oh,
because
really?
yeah, they're so amazing. So apparently the director of the film of the music video is this guy called Bijoy Shetty,
Yeah.
and they happened to be in that town at exactly when they were whatever doing a recce. I may be completely wrong here. They were doing a recce.
Huh.
The carnival was shutting down, and they
Huh.
requested the people that were running to keep the Well of Death
Going.
for a few more days so that they could film their video and stuff.
Wow. But and
Yeah.
you know what's the most iconic? The Maruti 800. It's a Maruti
Yeah,
800, right?
it is a
Like,
Maruti,
oh
a
my
white
God,
Maruti.
yeah.
Isn't it? It's a white
I
Maruti
think so. Yeah,
800.
yeah. It's a white
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
But-
I'm excited to hear your trashy recommendation.
Oh my God. Okay. So my trashy recommendation is this movie, Bollywood movie called Kalki
No.
2048 or
Snigdha.
2486. I don't know,
Acha,
whatever.
guys,
Sorry.
final edition, first and final edition of Daybreak Unwind. It was great to know you all. Just joking. This is a judgment-free zone.
It is so bad. Oh my God. It's so unoriginal. Like, I can't believe that they spent so much money on it. It's basically this post apocalyptic story, right? That is loosely based on Mahabharat. And it's about the coming of the Kalki avatar, which, in Hindu mythology is like supposed to be the final reincarnation of Vishnu. So it's supposed to happen during the end of the Kali Yuga, which is the darkest Yuga, right? So when
Yeah.
sin reaches its peak, Kalki avatar comes or whatever. And there was so much potential. The thing is, I love
Oh,
Mahabharat
really?
as a story. It's such an amazing
Yeah,
story,
that's
right?
true. Yeah.
They could have done so much. There was so much potential, but yeah, it's just movie turned out to be like this mishmash of, like, if you've grown up watching sci-fi fantasy, you will like see so many things that you've seen before. Basically, it's like, this whole mishmash of like Matrix, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Mandalorian,
Oh, wow.
all of that put together. It's like, they fed all these movies and they said, like, put Mahabharat in it, and
Like
like
into
asked AI,
ChatGPT,
yeah,
yeah, and
exactly,
said, make
asked
a
AI to
movie.
generate it. That's the
Oh my
movie.
God.
Even Prabhas is good,
Big deal,
right?
yeah.
Prabhas is
Yeah,
good,
very
but
big
they
deal.
made him look so comical and like, I don't know. He's supposed to be Karn in this movie, like the
Okay.
character of Karn he plays. But yeah, they made him look like so funny. And then, but I have to say, see, Amitabh Bachchan, not a big fan. I'm sorry for those people who love Amitabh Bachchan. I agree he's iconic, but I am not a big fan. But in this movie, I have to say that I think he was probably like the best part. They made him look really good,
Okay.
and also he did a good job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So, would you recommend watching?
I recommend
Kalki?
hate watching this
Okay.
movie, but also it's
Love
very
that.
interesting to see how like how we copy paste the West. We've always been doing
Yeah.
it, like with mainstream cinema, but like how when AI and CGI and all of that comes into the picture, what do we do then?
Yeah.
How we
Everything
copy
starts
paste then.
local. Yeah.
So that is interesting to watch. So yeah,
Yeah, there's like a very quintessential kind of sci-fi template that
exactly.
a lot of people are now
Yeah,
just by default copy pasting,
correct.
and it's just
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
true. Okay,
So-
I'll be hate watching Kalki very soon.
It's on Netflix.
Not sponsored.
Yes, not sponsored. Okay, that's it.
Okay, I think Daybreak Unwind episode 1 was a success, in my opinion. But you can let us know what you think, how you think the segment can be better, and
Yeah.
we would love to hear from you,
Actually.
love to hear your recommendations. You can write to us, send us a voice note, reach out to us on WhatsApp. Our number is 897110839. We'll also put it in the show notes of this episode.
I'll repeat it one more time because I said I would. The number is 897110839.
Sigda, you should do the phone pay machine one day with me.
Oh my god, that's Amitabh Bachchan.
Exactly.
Devyo or Sajjano. Anyway,
30 rupees.
on that note, 30 रुपए भेज देना WhatsApp पे.
That'd be great.
I'm kidding. All right. That's about it. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
Daybreak is produced from the newsroom of The Ken, India's first subscriber-focused business news platform. What you're listening to is just a small sample of our subscriber-only offerings. A full subscription unlocks daily long-form feature stories, newsletters, subscriber-only apps, and podcast extras. Head to theken.com and click on the red subscribe button on the top of the website. I am Snigdha Sharma, your host, and today's episode was edited by my colleague Rajiv CN.